Here we go again. Hello and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. I'm Michaela and today I'm going to be talking a little bit about importing plants. So it's something I've been doing for about maybe a year and a half now, and it can seem kind of intimidating if you haven't done it before. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about it and show you how I care for them. And I'm in the US, so this is how things work importing plants here. I can't speak to any other location. I know that if you are intending to import more than 12 plants at a time, you will have to have a special permit for that. Personally, I've never done that. I've always done smaller orders. I don't have that kind of money. So first of all, you can get plants like this one or like this, but you can also get stuff like this and this, a good old stick. And I've also gotten entire orders that showed up dead as soon as I opened the box. So what I will say about it is it's a lot more work than just going to a garden center. You're gonna have to put in a lot of time to acclimate the plants and care for them in general. If you are in the US, you will need a phytosanitary certificate with any order you place. Without that, your plants will not make it past customs. They will likely be seized and destroyed, and you may just get an empty box. I would say it's just worth getting the phytosanitary certificate, which probably costs extra, or a lot of sellers just build it into their prices since everyone has to have it. The other thing is I would always pay via PayPal. I wouldn't be wire transferring money to plant sellers in Indonesia or Thailand. I would recommend shipping via DHL. It's a reputable company that operates pretty much worldwide. So importing plants is really high risk, high reward. It's kind of just one of those things to do at your own risk. If you're not willing to lose a plant or have to give it a lot more care to get it acclimated to your environment, then it may not be your cup of tea. If you're wanting to just get a plant, stick it on your shelf and enjoy it, then that may not be for you. But I'm somebody who really likes a project and I don't know, maybe the challenge of it. So it's something that I really enjoy doing, caring for them. There are some sellers that guarantee the live arrival of plants. Some don't. I'm sure you've gotten messages on Facebook and Instagram if you're in the plant social media community from alleged sellers in Indonesia saying they have wholesale prices on rare plants, and those may or may not be legitimate. So I would just kind of do your research and make sure you know who you're buying from, not only for the safety of your money, but to make sure that the plants aren't being poached, because that is a big issue, unfortunately. So just make sure you're doing your research and buying from reputable sellers. And there are some good ones out there, but I think there's also a lot of bad ones. So just make sure you're looking into them. I'm gonna go ahead and get into showing you what I do to care for them, and this is just what I've found to work the best for me. There's a lot of different ways to do things, especially as it pertains to plants. This is just what I've found to work for me. Super Thrive in it. Okay, so it is the next afternoon and I'm going to be cleaning off the roots and the plants after they've been soaking in water overnight. And what I'm going to do is remove anything that is broken or rotten, in addition to all of the secondary roots. I have my sterilized shears. So this one is obviously rotten. I'll be removing that. This one at the end starting to rot, so I'm gonna go up a little bit. Actually looks surprisingly good. I'm gonna leave the rest of those. Actually, maybe I'll look at this one. And then any of these papery things I'm going to remove. And then I'm going to go ahead and clean all of the leaves. Like a bug and fungicide. I'm not really sure which. I always say fungicide, but now that I'm saying it, it sounds weird. They're just coming off of my hands. So this is the Ring of Fire, and it definitely had the most roots, but as you can tell, a lot of these roots are gonna have to go. I had plants hanging out in hydrogen peroxide water, and I took them out, and then I got distracted or something, and I left them for a while, and my husband drank out of one of the glasses that had roots and hydrogen peroxide in it. Like, nothing happened to him, he was okay, but he took a drink, and he's like, "Did you have plants in this glass?" And the answer was yes. Recently stopped using paper towels because it just seems really wasteful, and literally it's throwing away money. But man, do I have to do laundry non-stop. So here they're going to sit for just a little while until I come back and put them in sphagnum moss. Okay, so I've got them all in moss, and I have them here in my laundry room about 4 feet from a west facing window. There's a tree right outside though, so it's a little diffused, and obviously I have a number of plants in the window as well. Yeah, so even though these plants do prefer bright light, since they've been in a box for about 10 days, you don't want to just immediately stick them under a grow light or under other bright light conditions. They want to slowly warm back up to it. So I'll probably check in on these in about a week. Okay, so it has been 1 week, and I'm going to show you the updates I have on these plants. The philodendrons all look really good. This new leaf still hasn't started rotting, which is very unusual in my experience anyway. This Hoya croniana has dropped several leaves, but they were already yellow, so not a big deal. The Hoya latifolias did not fare well. All the leaves just started to do this thing, and all of the leaves fell off, which is so sad, but I cut it up at a few different nodes and put it in sphagnum moss and save the bottom cuttings because you never know. The Florida Ghosts still look pretty good. On this one, this new leaf looks like it is starting to rot, which is to be expected. It still looks really good though. Okay, so my last import order, I felt like it kind of didn't accurately portray what it's actually like to import plants. So I got another order. I'm just trying out a few different companies before placing a large quantity order. And these came on Friday. It's Wednesday now, and this is what they're looking like. This one probably looks the best, but yeah, we're definitely gonna lose some leaves. Yeah, there we go. So, I mean, sometimes they do show up perfect, but most of the time they look like this. This Gloriosum looks really good. This El Chaco does not. And then these Fibrosums. Yeah, this one doesn't look too bad, but I mean. So I just kind of wanted to show what it can look like. Okay, so it's been about a month and the imports are now living out in my greenhouse. And look at the roots on this Florida Ghost. They look so good. So yeah, here they all are. They'll eventually get moved to soil, but yeah, most of them have bounced back nicely, all except for the Hoyas. I'll show you those in a second. Here's what remains, these two back here. This is what remains of the Hoyas. Okay, so that's gonna be it for this video. Let me know what you thought down in the comments if you do anything similarly or differently. And this is not intended to be like the end all be all of importing plants. This is just what I've found to work well for me via trial and error. And I think I'm gonna type up something and put it on the screen after this just to summarize everything. Also, I'd be interested to know if you like the visual time-lapse aspect of it or if you'd prefer I just say everything. Personally, I love a good time-lapse. When people talk too much, I just start to hear like, you know, when Charlie Brown's on the phone with his mom and it's just like wah wah wah, that's what talking sounds like to me because I don't have an attention span. So yeah, let me know what you thought, if you would prefer to see more of what I've been doing in the future or if you actually want to listen to me talk for some reason. Oh, my grandma just texted me happy Sunday. She does that every week and it makes my week. It just makes me feel so happy when I get a text from my grandma. Anyway, Grandma, if you're watching this, happy Monday. Anyway, okay, I got a little off track, but if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and follow me on Instagram at Queen City Tropicals. And thank you again for watching. I really appreciate all of you who watch and comment and like and everything, even though I feel like a lot of the people who watch my videos are related to me and don't care about plants. I still appreciate it. But anyway, that's all I have to say. Bye.